Hello, and welcome to the My BFF Business Leaders Podcast, your new secret weapon for business success. Sponsored by My BFF Social Media, Marketing, and Advertising. Make sure to hit subscribe. Now let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to be diving deep today into marketing overhead.
Ooh.
Something I know a lot of us think about all the time.
Yeah.
And we're going to be looking at excerpts from the Marketing Overhead Conundrum.
Okay.
To try to figure out, how to keep costs down, but still do really good marketing.
Right.
And we're going to be talking about outsourcing today.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that because the source material we're looking at, it actually talks about this concept of a marketing overhead squeeze.
Okay.
And it's like businesses get stuck in this cycle where like revenue grows, but then the fixed costs grow even faster.
Yeah.
And that can be a recipe for disaster.
Totally. It's like you're running up a down escalator.
Yeah.
You're working so hard but getting nowhere.
Right.
And the source really makes this point that like cutting overhead, it's not about being cheap.
Right.
It's about being smart.
It's about being strategic.
Strategic, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
What are some of the good things they mentioned that can come out of this?
Well, one of the things that really stood out to me was the impact on profit margins.
Okay.
So, every dollar you save on overhead, that goes right to your bottom line.
Makes sense.
Which means more money to reinvest in growth or innovation or whatever.
Right. It's not just about making it through.
Yeah.
It's about thriving.
Right.
Yeah. And the source also talks about increased flexibility being a good thing.
Uh-huh.
Why is that so important today?
Well, because things change so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, markets shift, trends emerge. New technologies are popping up every day.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you're bogged down with tons of overhead, it's really hard to change and adapt when you need to.
Right.
But if you're lean and agile, you can respond to those changes a lot better.
Okay, so we've got profit margins, we've got flexibility.
Yeah.
What's the third thing? What's that third benefit?
The third benefit is focus.
Okay.
So when you're reducing that overhead, you're freeing up your resources, you're freeing up mental bandwidth to focus on the core competencies of your business, the things that really make you stand out.
I was just reading about this tech startup that outsourced all of their marketing.
Oh, wow.
And it just seemed crazy to me at first.
Yeah.
But the CEO was saying that it let them really just focus on product development.
Okay.
Which is what they were really good at.
Yeah.
And they ended up becoming like the leader in their market.
It's a great example.
Yeah.
It really shows you that outsourcing isn't always about just saving money. It can also be about allocating resources strategically to maximize your strengths.
So you can get ahead.
Yeah, get a competitive edge.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of maximizing strengths, the source also mentioned a McKinsey study about the evolving role of the CMO.
Yeah.
What's the big takeaway there?
Well, it's fascinating because it says that CMOs are now expected to be experts in everything, from traditional marketing to digital channels to data analytics.
Oh my God.
Even AI.
Wow.
So it's a huge amount of responsibility.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And it puts a lot of pressure on their budgets.
Yeah, it's like being asked to be the chef, the sommelier,
Right.
and the dishwasher.
All at the same time.
All at the same time.
Exactly.
So how does this all connect back to outsourcing?
Well, if CMOs now have to be responsible for all of these different functions, it becomes a lot harder to build an in-house team that has all of the expertise.
That makes sense.
So outsourcing can really change the game here.
Okay.
Because you can access specialized talent without having to hire full-time employees.
Okay, so let's dig into that.
Okay.
This source presents outsourcing as like a secret weapon for marketing success.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, one of the biggest advantages is you get access to specialized expertise.
Okay.
So you can basically build a dream team.
Oh, wow.
Of marketing professionals who each have their own special areas they know a lot about.
It's like building your own marketing toolkit.
Yeah.
You pick and choose
the
tools that you need.
Right.
You wouldn't use a hammer to screw in a light bulb.
Exactly.
So why would you try to do every single part of marketing with the same approach?
Exactly. And that's what's so powerful about outsourcing. It allows you to bring in the experts who can really move the needle for you in those specific areas.
Whether it's social media or whatever.
Yeah, social media, SEO, content marketing, paid advertising.
Yeah, all the things.
All that stuff.
So specialized expertise.
Yeah.
What's the next big advantage they talk about?
The next big advantage is cost efficiency.
Yeah, okay.
So building and maintaining a whole in-house marketing team can get really expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got salaries, benefits, you've got to train them, you need office space, equipment. It goes on and on.
That's a lot.
And outsourcing lets you avoid all of those costs.
Right.
And you only pay for the services that you need.
And that would free up money for other things in your business?
Yeah.
Or let you experiment with different marketing approaches?
Absolutely. You're reducing your fixed costs. So you have way more flexibility to invest in things that can grow your business.
Okay.
Or test out new strategies without having to spend a ton of money.
Cost efficiency is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the third one they talk about?
The third big advantage is scalability.
Go.
So with outsourcing, you can easily scale your marketing up or down depending on what you need.
Okay.
So if you're launching a new product or going into a new market, you can ramp up your marketing really fast.
Wow.
Without having to go through a long hiring process.
Yeah.
And then if things slow down, you can scale back just as easily.
Okay.
Without having to lay off employees or anything like that.
So it's like you're adapting
to
the market as it changes.
Right, exactly. You've got that flexibility to adapt to those changing conditions.
It's like having a marketing department that's like an accordion, you know?
Yeah, I like that.
It expands and contracts, but it's always playing the right tune for your business.
I love that analogy. It really captures that essence of scalability. And that's so important today because businesses have to be able to move fast to be successful.
So we've got specialized expertise, we've got cost efficiency, scalability. What's the last piece of the puzzle?
The last piece is focus on ROI.
Okay.
So when you outsource your marketing, you're basically hiring this team of experts whose only job is to get results.
Okay.
You want to make sure your marketing dollars are really working for you.
It's not just about doing marketing. It's about doing marketing that works.
Exactly.
And having a team like that focused on that seems like it would make a big difference.
Absolutely, because they're constantly tracking your metrics, analyzing your data, and optimizing your campaigns to make sure they're performing as well as they can.
So you're more likely to see an actual impact.
Yes, exactly. A tangible impact on your bottom line.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the good things about outsourcing, but I think a lot of people wonder, like, what does that actually look like in practice?
Yeah.
What does good responsive marketing really mean?
Well, the source actually gets into a few key areas that really illustrate what it looks like.
Right. Let's hear it. What's the first thing?
Well, they talk about hyper-focused social media management.
Okay.
And it's not just about posting, pretty pictures or funny memes or whatever.
Right.
It's about really understanding your target audience. Like, what are they interested in? What kind of content do they actually respond to?
So it's not just throwing things out there and seeing what happens.
Exactly.
You got to be more strategic.
Right. It's like they say, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody.
Yeah, that's true.
And they also say it's not even enough to just be active on social media.
Okay.
You got to be responsive too.
What do you mean?
Like if somebody leaves a comment or asks you a question, you have to be there to answer them quickly and helpfully.
Right. It's almost like you need a customer service team.
Yeah.
Just for social media.
Yeah, exactly. Because people want answers fast these days.
Oh, yeah.
And if they don't get a response, they might just go to your competitor.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so being responsive is really important for building trust.
Okay.
And showing your audience that you care about them.
So hyper-focused to social media.
Yeah.
What's next?
Next, they talk about data-driven advertising.
Okay.
So it's not just about, spending a bunch of money on ads and hoping for the best.
Crossing your fingers.
Right. You have to use data to track your campaigns, see how well they're doing, and then make them better.
It's like having a scientist in your corner.
Yeah.
Constantly running experiments and looking at the results.
Exactly. And the source says a good outsourcing partner will have all the fancy tools and stuff.
Oh, cool.
To really dig into that data. They can track things like click-through rates and all that.
So it's not just about having the data. It's about knowing what to do with it.
Exactly. You got to be able to make sense of it all.
Yeah.
Find the patterns and then use that to improve your marketing.
And that's where a good partner can help.
Yeah, they can help you figure it all out.
So we got hyper-focused social. We got data-driven advertising.
Right.
What's the last thing?
The last thing is continuous improvement.
Okay.
They really stress that a lot.
What does that mean?
Well, the thing about marketing is it's always changing.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to change with it.
Keep up.
Yeah, it's like surfing. you know?
Okay.
You got to keep adjusting to the waves to stay on your board.
I get it.
If you just do the same thing over and over, you're going to wipe out.
Makes sense.
And the source says a good partner gets that.
Okay.
They're not just going to do the same old thing. They're always going to be looking for what's new, what's working better.
So you got to find someone who's not just good now, but who's going to learn and grow as things change.
Exactly. You want someone who's in it for the long haul with you.
So we've talked a lot about how good outsourcing can be. But I think a lot of people worry about giving up control.
Yeah.
Does outsourcing mean you're not in charge anymore?
That's a great question. And actually, the Source talks about that.
Oh,
They say outsourcing doesn't have to mean giving up control at all.
okay.
It's about having a team of experts help you so you can get the most out of your marketing.
Like a co-pilot
Yeah, exactly.
to help you navigate.
Right, because marketing can be complicated,
It can be, yeah.
but it's a partnership, not like they're taking over.
So let's say someone's listening to this and thinking, outsourcing sounds good,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's right for me.
Okay.
What questions should they be asking themselves?
Well, first, they should really look at how their marketing is doing now.
Okay.
Are they getting the results they want?
Mm-hmm.
Are there things they're not good at or that they're struggling with?
Right. You got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
It's okay to need help.
Exactly. We all have things we're good at and not so good at.
And once you know what you need help with,
Yeah.
you can figure out if outsourcing is the right way to go.
Right. It's not about just outsourcing for the sake of it.
Yeah.
It's about using it strategically to reach your goals.
And if they decide outsourcing is the right choice, what should they look for in a partner?
Well, first of all, you want to make sure they understand your industry
Okay.
and who your customers are.
Right. One size fits all doesn't really work.
Exactly. You need someone who can tailor their approach to you.
And they should have a good track record, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like ask to see examples of their work.
Yeah, ask for case studies, references, testimonials.
Make sure they know what they're doing.
Exactly. You want to see proof that they can deliver.
And you got to make sure you get along with them too,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
because you're going to be working together a lot.
Right. You want to be able to communicate openly and honestly.
Good communication is so important.
It's key for any relationship, really.
So finding the right outsourcing partner can be a game changer.
It really can.
It can free up so much of your time.
Yeah, your time and your energy.
So you can focus on the things you're really good at.
And know that your marketing's in good hands.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave you with one last thought.
Okay.
We talked a lot about how outsourcing works.
Yeah.
What's good about it, what's hard about it,
Mm-hmm.
how to find a good partner.
Right.
But it all comes down to one question. Is outsourcing right for you? Like right now?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Yeah,
And hopefully this deep dive gave you some things to think about.
exactly. And, this source, the marketing overhead conundrum,
Yeah.
it ends with like a big sales pitch for this one agency.
Oh, right.
We're not going to tell you to go hire them.
No.
But it got me thinking about something.
What's that?
We get so busy running our businesses
Oh, yeah.
that we don't always think big picture about marketing.
I know what you mean. It's easy to just keep doing what you've always done,
Yeah.
even if it's not really working.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, go hire this company,
Yeah.
I want you to think about this.
Okay.
What parts of your marketing could you use some help with?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like maybe social media is stressing you out,
Yeah.
or you don't know anything about SEO.
Right. Or maybe you've got a great product,
Mm-hmm.
but you're just not reaching the right people.
Those are all real problems people have.
They are.
And sometimes you just got to admit you need help.
Yeah, that's the first step.
And remember, outsourcing doesn't mean you're bad at your job.
No, I don't know.
That could be a really smart move.
Yeah, it can help you grow your business.
So that's it for this deep dive.
Another one down.
Hopefully you learned some new things
Yeah.
about marketing overhead.
And all the good things about outsourcing.
Yeah, and we hope this got you thinking about your own marketing.
Yeah, what you might want to try differently.
So whether you outsource or not, remember, don't be afraid to try new things.
Yeah.
To think differently.
And always keep learning.
Yeah. Marketing never stands still.
And
So you got to stay curious.
stay ahead of the game.
Until next time, keep that marketing going strong.